92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
All right, Brooke, let me ask you this. You're married.
Yes.
In a sexless marriage.
No.
Did you know right away that, like, when you met your husband, he was the guy you wanted to be with forever?
I mean, I don't know that I really knew that was what my feeling was, but looking back at my journals, like, I
also met him when I was 16. I forgot to fill in that part.
I still keep a diary, okay?
The reason that I ask is because Candace is on the phone. She emailed us about a guy named Corey.
Yeah.
And she says that she got butterflies when she talked to him.
Nice.
Is that right, Candace?
Yes.
Where'd you meet this guy?
I met him at a work function, and immediately I saw him, and I got butterflies, but he was really cute. And he asked me if we wanted to get a drink, and we went over to the bar, and we started talking the whole night.
You described him in your email as strong and cute. What does that mean? Did he, like, pick you up, or was he lifting things in front of you, showing how strong he was?
He was aggressive, but, like, not too aggressive. He had that nice balance of being, like, really... like a gentleman, and then at the same time, very, very manly.
I know when I met my husband, I had never felt the same about anyone else. Is that true for your feelings?
Yeah, it was definitely, there was an ease about it, and I just felt like I could be myself around him. It was really wonderful.
Candace, how did you leave the date?
The bar was closing, and I was kind of like, so, when can I see you again? And I thought he was going to do it, and I kind of was getting a little bit impatient and, like, anxious, I guess. And he said, oh, I'll call you. And he took my number.
And you've heard nothing?
No.
So did you guys actually go on a date after this, or was this the only time you've hung out?
That was kind of the date. Like, we separated from the whole group, and... we were just sitting together for hours.
When did his interest start to wane? Was it at the end that he didn't take control, or was there something earlier on in the conversation where you felt like you were losing him?
Towards the end of the conversation, I guess maybe I was kind of going into the, like, what's your status sort of thing, and it kind of wasn't answered completely, but...
Oh, so you don't even know if he has, like, a girlfriend or something?
No, I don't.
Okay. That's pretty risky to give him a call not knowing that.
He didn't have a ring on his finger, right?
No.
Or a tan line.
No, he didn't have a tan line or ring.
Okay. We're going to play a song, and then we're going to call him.
Okay.
You ready? You still want to do it?
Yes.
All right. We'll call him right after this, okay? Hang on.
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email us, brookandjubal at moving925.com. We've got Candace on the phone right now. She emailed us about Corey. They met at a work event, kind of separated from the group and spent a couple hours together. Candace says that she felt a connection with Corey. Right, Candace?
Yeah.
You said butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm a little nervous. I've heard some of your updates, and I don't want to be embarrassed.
Now, he took your number at the end of the night, but you never got a clear answer on whether or not he was single. Did you guys kiss at all, or was there any physical connection?
I mean, there was, like, he touched my hand, he touched his hand. Like, I don't really kiss on the first date. So.
But you could tell he was attracted to you, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, he was putting moves on.
Absolutely.
I'm going to call him right now, see if we can get him on the phone.
Okay.
Now, remember, you can jump in on the phone call whenever you want.
Okay.
The hardest part of these is me dialing phone numbers.
Hello?
Hey, I was looking for Corey.
Yeah, this is him.
Corey, what's up, dude? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm good. What's going on? Am I on the radio?
Yes, you are.
Congratulations!
Yeah. Any idea why we'd be calling you?
I have no idea why you would be calling me.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where, like, say you went on a date with a girl and you blew her off and you didn't call her back.
Okay.
And that girl emails us to call you to ask why. So we're calling you to ask you about somebody. Somebody emailed us about you. They said they went on a date with you and you didn't call them back. You have any idea who that could be?
I honestly have no idea.
No clue at all. Wow.
Name some people that you've gone out on dates with, like the past couple. I'll tell you if you get it
I'm
right.
not going to name people.
Do you remember a girl named Candace that you met at like a work event?
Yeah.
Candace emailed us about you. She said that you guys met at this work event and you hit it off, you hung out for a few hours and like exchanged numbers and left. And she kind of felt like you guys were going to go out again and you've never called her. So she wanted to know why.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just been kind of busy. Sort of.
My speculation is that you have a girlfriend or a wife or something. You didn't tell her about it. Is that right?
No.
No?
That's
Damn it.
totally wrong.
So wait, you're single, Corey?
I am.
Were you interested in her?
I mean, like, I don't know. This is so awkward. Like, I don't know.
I know, but she wrote and said that she had really special feelings and had butterflies when you guys met, and maybe she's just nuts and the feelings weren't mutual at all, but that's not how she read it.
Well, it's not that, like, I was, I don't even know how to say this. It's not that I wasn't interested, but I don't know if I'm interested in the way that she is.
What do you mean by that?
Hi, you guys. Seriously?
Seriously.
Look, all right, if you're uncomfortable about it, think about it this way. She's the one that emailed us and asked the question, so she's willing to hear whatever answer you have to give.
I'm just going to say it then, all right? Like, I don't want to, lead anybody on.
Okay.
I'm gay.
Oh,
Really?
that was easy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's not that I'm not interested. I'm interested in being friends, but I'm not interested in maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Corey?
Sorry.
No, it's all good, man. Corey, Candace is on the phone with us right now.
Oh my God, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, this is the most embarrassing.
For you or for Candace? She's the one that was so off.
Oh my gosh. I have no gaydar apparently.
I just thought that we were kind of connecting as friends.
Did you know that she was hitting on you when she asked for your phone number?
I mean, I could kind of tell maybe she was interested, but like, I just didn't really know what to say.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought it might just sort of go away on its own if I didn't call her.
So you knew she liked you, just figured it'd be better if you left it alone.
Yeah, I did. I had no intention of like leading you on or anything, but I don't know really how to tell somebody that right off the bat either.
Yeah, it's not usually like, hey, what's up? I'm Corey, I'm gay.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, yeah. So I apologize. I just thought that we were meeting and connecting as friends and nothing more.
On the upside, Candace, it's not anything you did.
No.
No, Candace is beautiful and gorgeous, and she was awesome. And if I was straight, I would totally be all over that. But
Candace, how does that make you feel?
Well, it's good to know that he's still awesome because it was really, really great talking to him.
yeah,
And I'm like, I can deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, it's totally cool.
This is probably the second date that ended with the most compliments, that's for sure.
Yeah, they still really like each other,
Yeah.
at least.
Well, yeah, they're pals.
You're like best friends.
Yeah.
Future shopping buddies.
So,
yeah. I'll be your wingman whenever you need.
You can also be your wingman, too.
Yeah, right.
Clearly, I need a wingman.
yeah, you need someone to help you out. So he can point out and be like, no, that one's gay, that one's gay, that one's gay. Go ahead and hit on that one. All right. We will send you guys out on a second date. If you want to go out, we'll pay for it. It's not necessarily going to be a date so much as like just a couple friends going to hang out, but we always offer it at the end of them.
Totally.
I would love to.
Oh,
Hopefully
nice.
there's a cute waiter for each of you.
Yeah.
Are you looking for the thrill of your life? With Zadart, Seattle's only exotic car rental company, you can book a Lamborghini, Ferrari, and more. Visit Zadart.com, ZADART.com to book your exotic car ride.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl on the phone for a second date update today met the guy that she wants to call because they live in the same building.
Oh, that's cute.
It's always easy when you live in the same building to meet somebody. The trick is you wait till they're not home, you break in, you steal some of their mail, and then you see them in the hallway and you're like, hey, I think somebody delivered some mail to me by accident. And then you strike up a conversation. It even works with TVs sometimes. Somehow your TV was sitting out in the hallway. It's in my apartment right now if you want to come get it.
Wow.
Is that illegal? Is that how you did it, Rachel?
Well, kind of similarly, but no, not at all.
Really? So you didn't break into the guy's place, huh?
I didn't break any laws.
Okay.
But I did, I did put myself out there. Which
boring. I was hoping for an exciting story.
How'd you meet this dude?
Well, he just moved into the building pretty recently, and, I saw him, going up and down the stairs once, but we hadn't really talked more than, a hello, but I definitely noticed him. I definitely thought he was really cute.
And what's his name?
His name is Adam. And we actually got a chance to talk because we have these machines in our basement. We have laundry on site in the building, but they're kind of weird. They don't take quarters. You have to use these refillable cards.
Oh, I totally know.
Yeah, I know what those are.
Really, yeah. It's annoying and confusing the first time you do them. And so he'd never used them before. And I just happened to be doing laundry at the same time.
You just happened to drop some of your underwear on the floor in front of him. Oopsies.
She's only
But
washing
anyway,
sexy lingerie.
let me help you out with your problem. This is not about me and my lingerie.
Yeah, and I accidentally put some of my underwear in his load so that when he got home, he'd be like, "Whoa, who are these?"
Yeah,
And
you're
then
like,
he'd give
whoa.
them back or something. So that's why I thought maybe it was similar to your mail idea.
So, what did you guys end up doing for your date?
It was actually his idea. It was really cute because we lived in the same building. He was like, "Why don't we just order an Uber since we live in the same place and have it pick us up, and we'll just go get some dinner and some drinks."
Oh, wait, so he's the one that asked you out after all that?
Yeah, I mean, I was clearly flirting with him, and he was like, I know we live in the same building. I could just knock on your door, but I'd love to have your number in case I have any questions. Or but I knew he was and I was like, oh, okay.
It was an obvious play to get your phone number.
Yeah.
Nice. So he asked you out, and then you guys took an Uber to a bar.
Yeah, took an Uber to a bar. And it started out really great. We were in the cab, and the banter was really good. We could just kind of he's really easy to talk to. He's really funny. He seemed very relaxed. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember what he said, but after he said it, I was just cracking up, and I couldn't stop laughing. And I don't know why, but the words just came out. "Oh my God, I love you."
Well, you're saying it more in the way of hey, you're so funny, I love you.
Exactly, but regardless, you guys, I said I love you on the way to the date.
Yeah, that's not a good time to drop that.
Was it one of those record scratch moments where everything then drops?
Whoa!
Totally, and I'm I didn't really understand why, because I was like, oh God, I'm sorry. I mean, you know what I meant, right? But it was I could tell it was really different all of a sudden, and so then I because it was so awkward, proceeded to really lean into it, and so I said I love you to the Uber driver when we got out of the car, and
compensation.
I was trying to make it a thing, but clearly it hit a nerve, and it wasn't part of the thing.
Were you just overcompensating?
No, yeah, I don't know what happened to me, but I just really wanted him to know that it was a joke and that I didn't mean it. But looking back on it, I do feel I maybe overdid it.
But did he get the point that you didn't mean it?
Yeah, I mean, I think he got it, but at the same time, I said it for the third time during the meal, bringing it up jokingly again, and he didn't laugh. And so that's when I kind of knew, oh, and for me, when that happens, it just makes me want to convince someone even more that I'm sorry or kidding. And
you might have been okay if you would have dropped it after it happened and made a quick joke about it and moved on.
I know.
Do you think that's why he's not calling you back?
Well, no, actually, he did call me.
Oh.
The date went fine other than I love you gate. And then he called me the next morning, but I was in the shower, and so I missed the call.
Yeah.
And he didn't leave a message. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll text him. So I texted him. I was like, sorry I missed your call. I was in the shower, winky face. Had a great time last night. We should do that again. What are you up to this weekend? Something like that.
Right.
And that was 4 or 5 days ago, and I haven't heard from him.
Oh,
really?
Have you seen him in the building at all?
No.
Because that's always a risky thing. At some point, no matter how this turns out, you're going to have to share an elevator or the laundry room again.
I just think it's really weird that he would call me and then not respond to me after.
Yeah. I mean, you could understand it if after a first date somebody said, I love you, and then you just never talked to him again. But the fact that he called you in the
I
morning.
didn't say, like, I love you. I'm not like, I get it. We're like,
Yeah.
But, like, it really seemed to, like, affect him. And I think that's why I kept going back to it, because even though I'd apologized once, it felt like it was, like, hanging in the air still. And I'm like, why? This shouldn't be this intense.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Thanks, guys.
Okay, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, if you're just tuning in, Rachel is on the phone, and Rachel is in love. For the first time in her life, Rachel has found love, and it's slipped through her fingers, and it's not calling her back. And love's name is Adam.
Poor Rachel.
All right.
If you missed Rachel recap her date, she met a guy that lives in her apartment building. They agreed to go out for drinks and dinner. And while they were riding to the restaurant, he was joking around. She laughed, and it just kind of slipped out. She said, I love you. And she thinks that's the reason he's not calling her back, because, one, she said, I love you, and then she spent the rest of the date trying to pour it on that it was a joke and saying, I love you to everything and everybody, and just any way she could drop the I love you line, she would do it. And now he's not calling her back, and she's wondering why.
I mean, what do you like so much about Adam?
He was just really easy to talk to, and he was really funny. You know, like, a guy being funny is the most important thing to me.
I love funny guys, don't you?
I love him too.
All right, okay. I get it. Laying it on real thick.
All right. I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can find out why he's not calling you back, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Adam there?
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, what's up, Adam? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hey.
Hey. What's going on today?
Not much. Why are you calling me?
Oh, just checking in, man. Just,
No, I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, the real reason I'm calling is that somebody emailed us about you and asked if I could get you on the phone. Her name is Rachel. She actually lives in the same building as you do.
What?
Do you remember Rachel? Do you know Rachel?
Yeah, but why are you calling about her?
Well, because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why. So Rachel's wondering why you won't call her back after your date.
I did call her.
Right. She said that after your date, she got a missed phone call from you, and then she texted you back and was like, hey, sorry, I missed your call, and then she hasn't heard from you since.
Wow, she told you everything.
She did. She even told us about the I love you comment.
Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing for her.
Oh my gosh!
Is that the reason that you're not calling her back? Because she dropped I love you on a first date?
No, I actually thought that was kind of endearing.
Really?
Yeah, because she got so worked up about it. She kept saying it. And, I mean, I got that she just said it as, a saying. And I wanted her to move on, but she didn't.
You didn't help her at all. She said after she said I love you that you got super awkward.
I didn't get awkward after the first time she said it. I got awkward after the fifth or sixth time that she said it.
Yeah, she told us that she feels like she went a little too hard on trying to let you know that it was a joke.
I wouldn't say it was a little too hard. I mean, I was trying to get to know her, and she just kept saying it, and it just kept getting in the way of me trying to get to know her. I thought she was great, and I wanted her to just stop saying it.
Poor girl, she was so awkward about it.
Yeah.
So is that the only issue then? The I love you?
No, I knew it was a joke, and I wanted to see her again, and that's why I called her, and the call went to her voicemail, and on her voicemail is this other dude who, yeah, he sounded like a real douche. He was like, hey, what's up? This is Rachel's phone. Leave a message because she's busy right now. And she's laughing in the background, and he's laughing about it, and it's like, what?
Weird.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah.
So you're not calling her because there was a guy's voice on her voicemail?
Yeah, sketchy.
It wasn't just a guy's voice. It was the way he was talking and the way she was reacting to it in the background.
Don't you think it's just like a voicemail joke that just isn't very funny to you?
It didn't seem like it. Like, who's this dude? And why is she laughing like she loves it?
You don't know who the guy is? Why don't you just call her up and ask her?
I mean, I might sound paranoid if I call her up and I'm like, hey, who's that dude on your voicemail?
Yeah, I could see that being like, hey, was it another dude? You seeing somebody else? Like it's been one date.
Already?
But you are being that way since you're not calling her back and you don't know who this guy is. It could be her brother for all you know.
You're right. It could be, but it might not be. And it's only been 4 days. I still haven't decided if I'm going to call her back.
You know what? Why don't we just clear this thing up once and for all and ask who the guy is? Because she's been on the phone listening this whole time.
What?
Yeah. Rachel?
Hey, Adam.
Hey, Rachel.
So I guess I have some explaining to do. I'm kind of, I guess, relieved. But the person on my voicemail is an ex-boyfriend.
Whoa!
Okay.
What?
Why?
Good question.
I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, it's just my voicemail. I think it's really funny. I like the way he's putting on this, like, douchey, silly voice, and I sound really happy in it. It's just, to me, it doesn't seem like a...
Wait. Time out. You like the way your ex sounds and the way you sound happy with him?
Okay, look, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, things didn't end badly between us, and I just thought it was funny,
Yeah, but it's over. Are you not over him? How long ago did you break up?
We broke up like 3 months ago, but no,
Okay.
I don't have feelings for him at all. It's just
Okay. So, yeah, you are clearly not over him.
Yeah.
Have you gone on any dates other than me since you broke up?
Yeah, I went on one, but I wasn't super into him.
Rachel.
But
Rachel, nobody listening believes that you're over your ex. Not one person.
oh my God, you guys! Just because I have a voicemail with someone on it doesn't mean that I'm emotionally attached to them.
I don't
We broke
know.
up, it's over.
I feel like
Facebook friends with their exes. People get coffee with them. It's not. I'm not in love with him at all.
I don't know, but it just seems like you wouldn't even want to have hear their voice that often, let alone have that be on your voicemail all the time.
Well, when I listen to my voicemails, it's not like an answering machine. I don't listen to it. I don't even think about it. The only people that hear it are the people that call
if
me.
you like the way it sounds, do you call your voicemail and just listen to it?
No, that is
yourself?
not something that I do. And honestly, Adam, I really like you, but we've only been on one date. And as we get to know each other, I'm happy to change my voicemail if it bothers you this much.
That's a big step.
It's not. That's see what I mean. It's not a big deal to me. It's just like I just feel a little on the spot and awkward right now. I just feel like I don't need to be bringing in my past. Right? It's my past. It's just a voicemail. I'm
But
not
it's not your past.
him.
You're still living in it.
Adam, she said that she'll take the voicemail down. That's a first step. I'm sure she'll get rid of her photo collages that are in her apartment as well.
She said she'd do it after we get to know each other. That's not. It's got to be it's got to be done.
Well, hey, Adam, would you like to go out on a second date with Rachel? We will pay for
no.
it.
No.
That
No.
was quick, Adam. You don't even give her a shot, man. I mean, you've gotten out of relationships. We all have. And after 3 months, it's sometimes hard to let go a little bit. She's ready, man.
Yeah, she's clearly not.
You said, so it's a no. You're not going to give her another shot?
Listen, Rachel, I like you.
I like you too.
I think we got along really well. But I think there's some things that you need to examine. And once you've done that, hit me up.
Okay, so you mean like
Oh my
3
God,
months?
Adam, come on.
6 months down the line, Adam, after she's had time to heal?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like,
oh my
if they've
God,
worked
Adam,
together for
you're
a year-
making a huge mistake right now. I just want to eat food and make out with you, and I'll delete my voicemail. It's not a big deal. I don't know what happened to you, but if you have bad experiences with people messing around with their exes or something, there is no unfinished business. And if you feel this strongly about it, there's nothing I can say.
Come on, Adam.
Did you hear
Adam, eat some food and make out.
Yeah, that proposal doesn't fall into your lap every day,
Sounds
Adam.
awesome.
If I weren't over him, would I be on the radio trying to get a second date with you? Come on.
It's a good point.
Would you still have his voice on your voicemail?
You could be my new voicemail if it makes you feel better.
Oh.
Wow, I'm honored, but I'm gonna have to pass.
I can't believe that. She was even honest the whole time. Come on.
Oh.
Sorry, Rachel. No second date.
Man, I really thought it was because of the I love you thing, and now I'm learning it's because of something bigger. And
It's because of the I love you thing with your ex. That's what it is.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, what's wrong with that guy who doesn't want to eat food and make out? What an idiot. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about the second date update. Rachel wanted to call this dude named Adam. They live in the same building. They went out, had a good time. She thought he wasn't calling back because she accidentally was laughing at something he said and it slipped out. She said, I love you. And then the whole evening she kept making excuses and trying to point out that it was a joke when she said I love you. She didn't actually mean I love you. But the problem was he called her for a second date and she still has her ex-boyfriend on her voicemail.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to go out with her again because of that.
You can't blame him too much, but she did sound pretty cool about it. Like, I'll change it. It's not a big deal.
It's one of those situations. It's a deal, but you don't know why. It just doesn't feel right.
She didn't sound like she was still into her ex at all, but he was convinced that she was not over her ex because she left him on the voicemail.
Yeah.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A listener named Jake is on the phone today for a second date update, and in his email, he said that there was a strict no-talking policy for their first date.
What?
So
how does that work?
It sounds like an amazing date. Like, I wish they would do that on more first dates. So I don't know what went wrong. What's up, Jake? How are you?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Pretty good. So there's a no-talking policy on your first date?
Yeah, I mean, it's partially because it was like bad research, on my part. But it ended up being kind of cool. So hear me out.
Okay. Before we get into that, what's her name, by the way?
Kelly.
Kelly. all right.
Kelly's not like a mute, and this phone call is going to go not very well because she won't be able to talk to us either, right?
Oh, she can talk, but she's not talking to me. I mean, I wish she could talk. That's why I'm coming to you guys.
Yeah, okay. So hopefully we can get her to talk to you again. Tell us about how you met her.
We met online,
Okay.
and you hit it off right away. And what was really popped out to me is like she liked music. She liked to see live music and stuff like that. So I thought, oh, this would be great.
Okay, that's awesome. I mean, are you the one that initiated the date?
Yeah, I asked her, and then she agreed to a first date.
Sweet. And what were you feeling when you were arriving at the date for the first time?
I mean, I was really excited. I think she was going to love it. I picked this jazz club that had this jazz band playing.
Cool.
That I thought would be really cool. I know she's going to like it because she likes live music, and I've never been to this jazz club before. So it was going to be kind of a new experience for me as well. So, I mean, win-win.
Okay. Do you both like jazz?
Yeah, that was the other thing that was on her profile, that she liked jazz music.
So she was 70, right? You're dating a 70-year-old?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Okay, and how did it all start? I mean, what was it like between you two in person?
Seeing her in person, absolutely stunning. I was so excited. And when we got in, I had this table set aside. It was like really close to the band, so we get the whole experience. And we sit down, we order our drinks, and we start talking, and I'm getting these dirty looks from people around me. And even one person shushes me from behind. And I actually look, there's a card on the table that says no talking during play. So they had this policy and they enforced it where you couldn't talk while the band was playing.
That's intense.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, oh no, I just invited this girl to this first date and we can't even talk to each other.
Like I said, that sounds fabulous, but I don't think most people would like that.
I started to freak out a little bit, but we get our drinks and there was cocktail napkins. And so she started writing questions on the cocktail napkin. I would answer them.
That's really cute. It's like high school math class all over again, passing notes back and forth.
Yeah, and it actually worked. And we went back and forth and we ended up filling up both sides, all quarters of this cocktail napkin. every little inch with questions and answers. And it was a little awkward because there was some times I couldn't really read her handwriting. But, that happens at a bar anyway. If it's really loud, you can't always hear the person, but you sometimes answer just in case.
Right.
Right, totally.
Did it go well? I mean, were you guys hitting it off based on your written conversation?
Yeah, we were. And it was interesting because it was like talking online, only in person. So you could see her reactions to reading what you were writing. And it was really cool. And the music was great. And we had a great time. Nice. Afterwards, we were like, let's do this more. And so I invited her over to my place so we could actually talk. And she agreed.
Oh, that's cool. So, I mean, you guys learned enough about each other via cocktail napkins to feel comfortable enough to go back to your place.
Yeah.
Did you guys kiss at the end of the night?
It was like one of those little pecks. It wasn't like a real intimate thing,
Okay.
That's interesting that you would go back to your place and not make out a little bit.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. When she was there at my place, it was a little awkward. I couldn't really figure out why. It's just the energy wasn't right. I was actually thinking of maybe we should just break out some more napkins and just write on them and just keep that vibe going for the night.
Maybe she liked your penmanship more than the way you actually speak. Who knows?
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
Have you tried to ask her out again?
Yeah, sure. And it's never worked out timing-wise for us to schedule something. And I think that she's kind of avoiding it.
Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, okay?
Okay. And before I just want to let you know that, no matter how this works out, I actually kind of kept the napkin. If anything that happens from this, it's just a really cool memento to have about a night that was really cool.
Yeah, for your scrapbooking, I guess.
Oh,
all right.
That's sweet.
We'll get your second date update right after this. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Jake is on the phone, and he wants to call a girl named Kelly. They went out to a jazz club for their first date, but I guess it was kind of awkward because they had a strict no-talking policy. So they spent most of the evening writing notes to each other back and forth on cocktail napkins. They did go back to his place after, talked a little bit. He got a peck on the lips, and then she left, and she's definitely been blowing him off. Jake, I think maybe part of the reason that you're not getting a call back is because you're too much of a rule follower. Whoa. You know?
Maybe. I tried to do everything,
No, but I mean, you go to that place with a no-talking policy, and then you listen to their rules like a bad boy, the kind of girl that guys like, or the kind of guy that girls like, would have saw that rule and instantly just jumped up on stage, grabbed a trumpet, and pulled his pants down and started playing it with his butt. That's the type of bad dude that ladies like,
Yeah, the butt trumpets get us every time.
Disrupt the jazz club with their butt, and that's why I think you're not getting a call back.
I kind of envy the people that can do that. I don't know about playing with my butt, but
That's a true talent, though, Jake. If she loves music.
Yeah. Oh, man. We'll get her on the phone in a second and find out if that's the reason, but I'm guessing that probably is it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. That has never crossed my mind, though.
Yeah, I don't think it's crossed most people's mind. I actually feel bad for you, man. You kept the cocktail napkin because you wanted it to be a love memento. You obviously saw this going somewhere.
Absolutely. I think it's something cool to have that, this is our first date,
Totally. Yeah. Well, I hope it goes well for you. I do.
I hope so, too. Yeah. Thank you.
If it doesn't, always take up playing the trumpet with your butt, and then your next dates will always be successful. All right. I'm going to dial her phone number right now, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Kelly?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay. I'm good. What's going on with you?
Not much, just doing a radio show and thought we'd call you.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. You said you're with a radio show, and what do you need?
Yes, Brooke and Jubal in the morning, that's the name of the show. And we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after that date, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. So we got an email about you from one of our listeners.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, huh?
We did.
From who?
His name is Jake.
Oh, him?
Yes, him. The dude you went to a jazz club with?
Yeah.
Yeah. He emailed us told us that he really liked going out with you, told us about your date, and he also said that it seems like you don't want to go out with him again, so he wants to know why.
Okay, you said it seems like I don't want to go out with him again. I'm going to clarify and say that I don't want to go out with him again.
Oh, that's a strong sentiment.
Okay. Can you tell us why?
You know, it was just a really disappointing night. I was really optimistic.
Were you hoping he would have played a trumpet with his butt?
What? That doesn't make any sense to her.
No idea what that means.
Yeah, don't worry about that comment. Anyway, why was it disappointing?
Okay, I don't know what you guys know, but we went to a jazz bar and...
Yeah, he told us that. He said you guys couldn't talk because there was like a no talking policy, so you wrote notes. And he thought that actually was a good thing. Like you guys bonded over that and thought it was funny and stuff.
Totally. It was, I mean, that was really fun. It was really cute. And then, I was feeling good about the night, about him. And then we went back to his place and he made me a drink. And then he wanted to give me a grand tour of his place.
Uh-oh. Does he have something creepy in his house? We've heard that a lot on these second date updates.
So, I mean, he kind of took me around to like the normal stuff, like the kitchen, living room, whatever, showing me the place. And then we went into this one room and there were glowing sticker stars on the ceiling and there were trophies on the wall and there were bunk beds. And I thought, oh my God, like, do you have a kid?
Right.
And he said no and started laughing and said that it was his room and that him and his roommate sleep in bunk beds because they want to save money because rent is expensive. And it's not only him and his roommate in the bunk bed, but the whole apartment, which is a 1-bedroom, by the way, houses 4 people.
What?
And some of the other people are sleeping on like a pull-out couch or on an air mattress because they all want to save money.
Well, I mean, you kind of got to understand that. Like, rent is insane. That seems pretty extreme, but...
Right. I mean, like, I'm all about, finding ways to save your money, but I don't know if this is the right fit for me.
You're not trying to date a dude with bunk beds that stares at glowing stars on his ceiling?
And, this is the other thing, is that he said, oh, well, my roommates aren't going to be back for another hour, so we can do stuff.
Did he mean, like, obviously you think he was implying sexual stuff?
I mean, most likely, but...
Who knows? He's got bunk beds and stars on his ceilings. He might have meant Legos. He might have bought a new Lego city or something you guys could have built.
Yeah. I mean, it's just not the type of man that I see myself dating because this apparently is a man-child, 12-year-old bedroom.
How do you know? I mean, okay, the stars are one thing, but what if he's just really good with money and he's budgeting and he's saving for something? Like, I don't know. I feel like you're passing a lot of judgment.
I mean, I have priorities, and I think dating someone who's sleeping on a bunk bed with his roommate underneath, like, I'm not really trying to spend the night over there.
Yeah.
So, but
He
don't
could be
you
a
have
secret millionaire.
Yeah. I mean,
You
like, Jubal's right. Like, don't you have a place that you can bring him back to?
Sure, but I also like going to other places. Like, like all the other men I've dated at least have their own room, let alone their own bed.
Well, he has his own bed.
It's just on top of another bed.
It's just...
Yeah, it's on top of his buddy's bed.
Yeah, I'm not into it, so I don't really know what else to tell you.
Well, I think you told us everything you need to tell us. I do need to tell you something, though. Jake is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
No, he's not.
Yep, he is. Jake, you there?
Yeah. Hey, I don't get it.
Hi.
Are you serious? Like, are you judging me for?
Dude.
I
Sorry.
want to save money. I live in this bachelor pad with roommates. It's how we, get by.
Yo, I don't know if I would call this a bachelor pad. Your bunk bed has a slide.
Dude, that's kind of awesome. Sorry to interrupt, but...
Yeah, it's totally awesome. You didn't even go down it once. Just because we're older doesn't mean that we can't have fun in our own room.
Jake, that's a kid thing. They have those bunk beds with slides. As an adult man, you should have a more appropriate bed.
Well, I mean, if you need me to take the slide off, I totally can. It's easy. It's just plastic.
Yeah, that's not what I meant.
The bunk bed is a really great idea. We can stay in one room. Past girlfriends I've had actually like it because it, like, we actually have to sleep closer and cuddle. You know what I mean? And it's been really great.
Yeah, cuddling with you, me, and then your roommate below us.
But my roommate is a really heavy sleeper. He won't wake up for anything.
Yeah. You can go up and down that slide all night long. He won't even know.
I didn't even talk to you when I was there about the whole star thing on your ceiling. Like, what is that even for?
I'm on the top bunk. It helps me read at night.
What do you mean it helps you read?
Yeah, it glows like for the first hour after I turn off the lights, and I can
Dude.
still read.
Those are not
Wow.
bright enough to read by. Nice try, though. That was a good try.
Okay, so what? I think they're cool looking.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There's the answer.
I just think that I should be judged on the time that we had and the connection that we had on that night, and not on just like a piece of furniture that I have.
Yeah, he still saved up his allowance so you guys could go to that jazz club. Right, Kelly?
I mean, you've got to understand from her point of view. I don't think it's necessarily just about the furniture. It's that, like, you're sharing a room with a dude still.
Here's the thing. I've been saving a lot of money doing this,
Yeah.
and I have goals what to do with that money. I'm actually going to buy a condo in the next 5 years.
So there you go, Kelly. Like, he's not going to permanently be living in that bunk bed. I mean, the bunk bed might go to the condo, but who knows? But, like,
So, Jake, you're telling me that I should trust you because you're saving money to buy a condo that maybe you'll get in 5 years.
Exactly. It's going to be a really nice condo, too.
How many roommates will you have in your condo?
Hopefully just one. Hopefully it's going to be you, Kelly.
all right. Well, Kelly, would you like to go out on a second date with Jake? We will pay for it. And who knows, one day you could be living in a condo with Jake, with a bunk bed, with a slide.
I'm going to decline this one, but thank you so much.
Are you sure?
Not even a second chance?
There are some things that I prioritize in my dating life, and bunk beds is not one of them.
Okay.
I guess I don't want to go out with someone who's going to just judge me for the furniture I have in my house.
Sorry, I'm judging you, and honestly, I think that the rest of the girls that you're going to meet in the rest of your life are going to judge you as well, and that's just kind of how it is.
Ouch! Burn!
Sorry, Jake. No second date. But hey, one day you'll have that condo. And
I will.
Yeah, you will. And when you get that condo, ditch the bunk bed, all right?
I guess note taken.
Go with the race car bed for that one. It's your own bed.
That's what I'm talking about.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, I'm 40 years old and I would love to have a slide on my bed that I can actually use. She needs to stop being so stuck up. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, this dude Jake wanted to call a girl named Kelly. She wasn't calling him back because apparently he has like a kid's bed.
Yeah.
In a kid's bedroom, bunk bed with a slide and everything else. He tried to explain that he has 3 roommates and they sleep on bunk beds in order to save money. And he claims that he's saving to buy a condo in 5 years.
Whoa.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sounds more just like he enjoys kicking it with his friends in his
Okay.
place and sliding down a slide from his bunk bed and looking at the little stars that he's stuck on the ceiling.
It's amazing how many people are hating on her.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
yeah, I get it, and I defended the guy too, but I don't know that I would date a guy that was sleeping in a bunk bed.
I could
either.
date a girl on a bunk
Yeah.
bed.
They did not go out again. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I just have one question for the guy who's on the phone for a second date update today. Nicholas, how are you?
I'm well. How are you guys?
My question to you is, why aren't you dating somebody your own age? Why are you dating senior citizens?
Oh, no. Come on.
What are you talking about?
Well, from your email, it says that you took your date out on a tour of a chocolate factory. I figured that's somewhere where you take, like, someone in their early 80s or a 4-year-old. So I figured, I was assuming you're not dating, like, young children, I hope. And so I was guessing that you're dating somebody who's, you know, getting on in years. Is that true?
No, it's not.
So your date was your age?
Yeah.
And I'll have
Right.
you know, we did a chocolate tour at S.D.U when I was dating my husband, and look how it turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how it turned
We're
out.
married
The
now.
only people I know that still actually read a newspaper. In other words, you're not dating 90-year-olds, are you, Nicholas?
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about the girl that you want us to call today. We already know that you took her on a tour of a chocolate factory. Was that fun?
We had a great time.
Okay.
But we met when we were volunteering at a charity event.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I don't do it all the time, but with the holidays coming up, I thought it was a nice thing to do.
Nicholas was volunteering at our senior citizen.
Yeah. Charity event.
Okay,
More like
we get it.
cleaning up bedpans, you know. So you guys met at a charity event. Did you ask her out the same day that you met her, or?
Yeah, I did. She's really energetic, and she made the event a lot more fun. So I thought, well, I'd like to spend more time with her, so I just asked her, and she said, yeah.
Okay.
So you asked her out and you guys went to the chocolate factory. What was your main selling point there?
Well, before we went, I read that chocolate was an aphrodisiac. So, not that I was going to get fresh or anything. But
You didn't actually tell her that, did you?
Yeah, please.
No, what do you think?
All right.
Yeah, what are you
Hey, I got a great date. We're going to go to this chocolate factory because I heard chocolate makes people horny.
Yeah, wink,
You
wink.
want to go there?
Yeah, that's a great pickup line.
Okay. So you kept the aphrodisiac part to yourself, but she seemed to enjoy herself at the chocolate factory?
Yeah, we saw the process, and at the end they let you sample all the chocolates that are there, and it seemed like she was having a great time, and I could see us hanging out more.
Okay.
And then when we walked out of to her car when we were leaving, I made a pretty bold move, and that might be why she's not calling me back.
What
did you do? Did the tour excite you like you thought it would, and then you actually showed her how excited you were?
No. When we were walking out, I grabbed her hand, I spun her around and kissed her, and she seemed shocked by that. But I said, I have a rule that I always kiss on the first date, but only if the girl's worth it, and you're worth it.
Nice line.
That's a
Nick?
lame line.
You don't like that line?
No,
I
that's
kind of like that
stupid.
line.
And it makes you sound like you kiss every girl on the first date.
But only if she's worth it. I don't. I really don't.
To me, it sounds the opposite, that you don't kiss every girl on the first date. I guess you know what, your line would have worked on me.
You're not really my target audience. Man.
Hey, well, maybe you're dating the wrong kind of people. So you spun her around, you kissed her, and you gave her that line. And did she react in a positive way, or did she seem annoyed by that?
Well, I asked her if we could hang out again, and she said yeah.
Okay.
She seemed really excited by it. So.
What kind of kiss was this? Was this like a peck type of kiss, or was this full on, like, lasting a couple seconds?
It was a big romantic kiss. It was like a movie kiss. I wanted her to remember it so I could get a second date out of it.
Okay, and she agreed to hang out again. How long has it been since you heard from her then?
Well, I've texted her and I've emailed her, but it's been 3 days.
You said you may think that you maybe went too far with the kiss. Did she act like flustered, giggly? What was her attitude afterwards?
But she was giggly. She was blushing a little bit, but it didn't seem, that didn't seem not normal.
Yeah, I think she didn't like it. She wouldn't have told you that you guys would be going out again. She probably would have called the cops on you right then and there for harassing her. So she obviously wasn't that thrown off by your kiss. What do you think it is then? Why do you think she doesn't want to call you back?
Maybe she didn't like the chocolates. I don't know.
She
She's
doesn't
mad about
have
the chocolates.
any known chocolate allergy that you're aware of, right?
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
She's been in the hospital for a week straight because of chocolate allergy. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, get her on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome, thank you.
All right, and by the way, I'm still head over heels about that line that you used.
Use it all you want.
No, I want you to use it on me, Nick. If this second date doesn't work out for you. All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Nick, here we go. You ready to call Rachel and see why she isn't getting back to you?
Yeah, I am.
You know what, I was thinking about it. And your whole dating experience proves to me that you just cannot please any woman out there, okay? Either you don't kiss them on a first date and they think that you're a puss, right? Or you do kiss them on a first date and they think that you're too forward. That's why, Nick, I don't even think we should do the second date. I think you need to start dating dudes. And me and you need to go out. Hey, that line that he had on her, really.
It worked, dude.
It worked with me, man. What do you think? Let's just blow this whole second date thing off and you and I go out.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it, man.
All right, well.
Strange.
Now I'm let down. All right, if you're just tuning in for the second date update, Nick wants us to call a girl named Rachel. They went to a chocolate factory, had a tour, enjoyed themselves. At the end of the date, though, what he thinks might have gone wrong is he grabbed her while they were walking in the car, just turned her around and kissed her, and used his little patented line on her. What's that line again, Nick?
I have a rule that I always kiss on the first date, but only if she's worth it.
But only if she's worth it. And then you do the shooter hands at her. You're worth it.
Wink.
Yeah, I just want to put. I don't do that. I just want to put that one out there.
Oh, okay. No shooter hands. You just say it. Hey, he's texted her a couple times, hasn't heard anything back. All right, man. I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone, and find out if that's what you did wrong, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Rachel, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Rachel, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm calling because you recently went out on a date with a listener of ours, and he liked you a lot, but you haven't been returning any of his text messages or phone calls. So he emailed and asked if we could call you and find out if something went wrong on your date.
Okay.
His name is Nicholas.
Yeah, I know Nicholas.
You know Nicholas, okay. Well, we talked to Nick about your date. He told us that you went to the chocolate factory and all that good stuff. And he also says that he's been trying to get a hold of you, but you're not responding to anything. Is there a reason why, or are you just busy?
Listen, I'm at work, and I want to be really nice about this, so let me just say this. Nicholas seems like a really, really nice guy, and actually the chocolate factory was a really lovely thing to do. But all throughout the time that we were there, he just kept saying stuff like, oh, my ex-wife would never do this, and she would never enjoy it the way you've enjoyed it today, and that kind of thing. And
He talked about his ex-wife the whole time.
yeah, pretty much. Like every other thing that we did, he was like, oh, she would never have tried this. You're so much cooler
That is
than
so
her.
annoying.
Gosh, that is
Rachel,
such a bad move.
I know you're at work. Thank you very much for,
Yeah, no,
talking to
and
us.
listen, he's not a bad guy. It was just kind of weird and creepy that he kept bringing her up.
I had an ex-girlfriend like that, and one time we were at the drive-thru at Taco Bell, and she's like, this Taco Bell reminds me of Greg. And I was like, what? So I understand exactly how annoying that could be, especially on a first date, Rachel. Okay, so when I talk to him again, you want me to let him know that, hey, maybe don't talk about your ex-wife so much on a first date?
Yeah, and then here's the other thing. And again, super nice guy, but I got home, like he dropped me off. It was very sweet. And within like minutes, there was an email that he sent me saying, oh my God, I had such a wonderful time, which is fine. But then he started to list like all these different things that he had already looked up that he wanted us to try and do together.
So he was already planning the second date.
He planned out the next 6 months and just went totally overboard with what he sent me in the email.
So he talked about his ex-wife the whole time, and then he was a little too fast on just like, hey, man, we can do this and this and this and this. All things that my ex-wife didn't want to do. We can do all that. That's what he was like?
Basically, yeah. And again, I don't want him to feel like I'm trying to slight him or snub him. I just think that he needs to pull it back a little bit, not seem quite so eager. It turned me off.
Rachel,
Nice guy, just don't want to go out with him again.
Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate you being honest with us.
Yeah.
And thank you for being honest with him, too, because he's actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he is serious.
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
So you was talking about my ex-wife that much?
Yeah, you really were.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was. But honestly, she wouldn't have done any of that, and I thought it was so great.
No, Nicholas, stop. You're talking. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but kind of by doing that, you're talking about her again. Maybe just explain to Rachel that you cannot talk about her in the future if Rachel wanted to give you another shot.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I...
Just take what I said.
Look, you're really, really sweet. I just think maybe you need to talk to someone about whatever feelings you haven't resolved over your ex-wife. It can't be with me, though.
Nicholas, is the divorce recent? Is that why you're still so stuck on it?
It was like 14 months ago. I'm not stuck on it.
Okay. You moved
brought
on
it up
completely.
on the first date.
And you just brought it up a second ago.
Yeah.
I feel like, Nicholas, maybe you're not ready to be dating.
It's okay.
I kind of agree with them, Nicholas. I think that maybe you need to take some more time to get over this, because anyone who talks about their ex-wife throughout an entire date and then sends an email to someone saying there's 3,000 things I want to do with you in the next 2 weeks, that's just kind of a bit much. Really. And I'm sorry, you guys, I'm trying so hard not to be mean because he's a nice guy. I don't want to go out with him again.
Yeah.
Wait, can you just stop saying you don't want to go out with me again? Because I've heard it 4 times now. And
See, Nicholas, it's not really fun to hear about something over and over and over again.
Yeah, but I don't think I was going over and over and over again. I don't recall that, and I didn't email you 3,000 things.
I emailed you 3 things with 10 possible other things to do if those 3 things didn't work out.
Oh, Nicholas.
You're very organized, Nicholas. I'll give you that.
I think that part's kind of sweet. Can't you say he was just excited about seeing you again?
No, I just think it was a little bit too much, and I don't want to go out with you again.
Stop. Sorry, stop saying that.
Poor Nicholas.
I know, Rachel, you've already answered my question, but I have to ask it anyway. Would you go out with Nicholas again? We will pay for a
Don't
second.
ask her that. You already said it.
Poor Nicholas.
Could try in a different language
Yeah,
or
but
something.
I just wanted to make sure, Nick.
Yeah, I think we've already covered the bases. I think we're all pretty sure that she doesn't want to go out.
I haven't heard it from her yet, or have I not been paying attention?
You-
So no date then, Rachel, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Hey.
At least it wasn't the kiss that did you in. I mean,
And at least Jubal wants to go on a date
Uh-huh.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jubal, you free tomorrow?
Send him 30 date possibilities and he'll think about it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Bread and butter wines pair with the life moments you love, offering a rich and jammy Cabernet Sauvignon, a silky smooth Pinot Noir, and a buttery Chardonnay. Bread and butter wines are delicious. Find bread and butter wines in your favorite store.
I feel like dating has changed so much over the last decade. Things that used to be frowned upon are now not only acceptable, but actually considered cool.
okay. What do you got?
Well, like hooking up with a complete stranger off the internet.
Totally.
10 years ago, that was dangerous, crazy behavior.
I don't know. I thought 10 years ago was still pretty fun,
Well-
but that was me. I don't know.
I mean, now it's the foundation of a healthy marriage.
That's right. Yes.
Also using pickup lines. 10 years ago,
Yeah.
super lame. Today, it's more romantic than Shakespearean poetry. That's where we're at these days. And apparently one of our listeners, Julia, got lured in by a saucy pickup line. And look where it got her, begging for romantic help on the radio.
Oh, man. That is a desperate place.
So, Julia, thanks for emailing the show. We'll get to the pickup line in just a second, but first, let's start with the guy's name and where you met him.
His name's Brett, and I met him on Tinder.
Okay. Nice. And obviously you liked his looks because that's what you base everything on, right, on Tinder.
That's a lot to assume,
just-
Brooke. Jeez.
I don't know.
You're just assuming that she's shallow right off the bat?
I'm not, but that's like your first interaction with someone online is looks.
His bio could say, "Oh, I do not cherish."
Okay, if I said that, you would all be like, "No, that's just about looks." That's what you would have argued against me.
Let's ask. Julia, was he good looking?
His profile picture did get me, but this is why.
Okay.
He had an amazing view. It was like he had hiked to some beautiful mountain, and it was just this gorgeous landscape. And I had to know the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a real hiker.
In other words, not really.
Yeah.
Not really that attractive, but he takes a good picture.
He was very small in the photo.
Yeah.
It was all about the mountains. You couldn't really tell.
So what was the pickup line? You said he used a pickup line on you. What was it?
Yeah. So he said, "What do yogurt, a bowl of cereal, and Julia from Tinder all have in common?"
Okay.
What did he say?
I want to spoon all of them.
Adorable.
Not adorable. No?
Really?
A spork? Are you more of a spork type of lady?
There's none of those.
Okay.
No food
All right.
knife
Well,
references.
it doesn't matter because it worked for Julia.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so that got a conversation going?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny, and the way that we started talking, he had energy to him. He was very charismatic.
Oh, that's nice.
So what did you end up doing for your date?
So actually, we started talking about the photo, and he segued into saying, "Well, why don't I take you on a hike and show you where I took that photo?"
Okay. That's why he uses that picture.
Yeah.
How many girls has he
there
brought up
you
to the
go.
top of this
But,
mountain?
like I tried to
pretty
say,
genius.
he's an actual hiker. 99% of guys that say, or women that say they're hikers on Tinder aren't. He's proving it.
Unless there's a gondola to that lookout point.
That's true, yeah. He did it one time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a great first date. So did you guys do the hike?
We did, yeah. We grabbed flashlights. We got out there real early because we wanted to do it for sunrise. So
that's right.
Oh, nice.
Wow. I mean,
kind of romantic.
brave to meet a stranger
Yeah.
in the woods in the dark with flashlights.
How did it go?
it was great. We had great conversation. The landscape was beautiful. And I mean, it was just breathtaking when we got up to the top.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was really early in the morning. Did you guys continue? Did you go to breakfast or anything afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's kind of where things turned a little bit. We were talking about maybe brunch or going to get some coffee or something. And as we were talking, he fell and he twisted his ankle.
Oh, no. Ow.
Yeah.
Why does that stop you from eating?
That's a good question, Jeffrey.
Well, he seemed like he was in a lot of pain, and I gave him a ride home. So I told him, I wouldn't have minded if we needed to go to breakfast another time or maybe eat breakfast at home or something.
Sure. What did he say?
Yeah.
He just said that he thought he should go home and rest. And of course that I would take him inside and help him, but he declined. I don't know if maybe he was embarrassed that he wasn't feeling good or that he was in so much pain, or maybe he doesn't handle pain well. I don't know, but he just wanted me to drop him off.
Maybe he just needed to let some tears out on his own.
Yeah, exactly. Cry, elevate it, ice it.
So he just ended the date there?
I mean, pretty much.
What a tease. After all that talk with the pickup line about the cereal and the yogurt and the spooning, and then none of that apparently.
You can spoon with a twisted ankle.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it was sad. I didn't want the morning to end.
Yeah.
I was a little bummed that he declined my help.
Right.
But you can see why. I mean, this for once, it's not like a crazy random experience. Like the guy hurt himself. He wanted to
I don't know.
recover.
Men love to be taken care of.
We
Are
do.
you kidding me? Like, I think that there may have been something else going on.
Maybe.
They're the biggest babies.
But that's kind of what I was thinking. It's been a week, and I'm thinking about it. As I dropped him off, he got out of the car, and for probably the first, 8 or 10 feet, he was walking normal, and then all of a sudden kind of kicked back into limping, which was weird. And then later, I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like, does he have a girlfriend? Like, did he not want me to come inside because she's there? Like, my mind is racing because we haven't spoken since. He hasn't called me, I haven't called him, and I don't know what to do about that.
Oh
that
my
last
God.
little limping part was weird.
Yeah.
I hope he didn't fake an injury.
It's really suspicious. Let's play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Brett for you, and we'll try and get you your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hold on. Today, we're going to attempt to solve the mystery of the date who went limp.
Oh, God. That is not a good title
No.
for this. I mean,
Not that kind of limp.
so many women are like, God, there's been so many.
Yeah.
So
No.
many mysteries.
They all have that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the other kind, a leg limp.
You should clarify that.
It's good to clarify, because one of our listeners, Julia, went for a sunrise hike with a guy named Brett, and on the way back, Brett twisted his ankle and had to hobble the rest of the way down the mountain.
Oh, ouch.
But mysteriously, when she dropped Brett off at his house, his limp magically disappeared for a few seconds before it suddenly came back again.
It's a miracle. He works in mysterious ways.
Miracle, but also kind of odd.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little sketch.
So odd that Julia hasn't even reached out to Brett since their date, and now she's asking us to put on our detective hats and do some investigative legwork.
Oh, God. The puns just don't stop.
That was only one pun this
Okay,
time.
fine,
That was pretty
fine.
good.
I know. The king
Now,
of puns.
Julia, before we call him, how are you feeling?
Good. I guess a little confused.
By
but
the pun?
You can explain it.
I mean, that was actually pretty good.
Thank you, Julia.
I mean, it's one of those situations that if he really did fake an injury, what a coward, right? Like, you don't want to go out with him again if that's the case.
Yeah, I just really want to know.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do it then. We're going to give Brett a call and try and get you your second date update. You ready?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I'm dialing the number right now.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Brett.
Yeah, this is Brett. What's going on?
Hey, Brett. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How you doing?
Okay. I'm sorry. Where are you from?
From a morning radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
I'm on the radio?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Congratulations.
Okay, cool. What's going on?
You are a chipper, sir.
Do you want to do a shout out to a friend, maybe?
Oh my gosh.
We're doing morning shout outs right now.
We never do shout outs.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I want to shout out to my mom.
Oh.
You're great, and I love you, and thanks for everything you do for me.
Oh, okay.
He's so likable right now.
We should do this. We should call people and ask for shout outs.
No, we don't need mom shout outs all
Mom
day.
shout outs, yeah. So here's the thing, Brett. The real reason that we're calling is not for a shout out. It's because we're doing something called a second date update.
A what?
A second date update.
Does not involve your mom.
No, at least I hope it's not about your mom. But basically, the way this segment works is if you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show and we'll reach out to them for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Oh.
And so recently we got an email from a girl who went out with you. Her name's Julia.
Oh, yeah. She's great. We had a great time.
Okay.
Is that sincere? It's hard to tell.
Oh, no, she's awesome, man. She's really cute and sweet. I felt like we had a good time.
Okay.
Hey, all right then.
There's some things that she noticed, though, that make it seem like what you're saying is a little disingenuous.
Why?
First of all, you haven't made a move. You haven't reached out to get in touch with Julia since your date happened.
Yeah, I guess I haven't.
Yeah, that tends to be a pretty strong indicator that you're interested in somebody.
It's important.
Try and get a hold of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like
confirmed.
You didn't leave the date on a very good note either.
What do you mean?
Well, she mentioned that you hurt your ankle when you were going down the mountain after your hike.
Yeah, it sounded painful.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you know what I did? Oh, it hurt. It was bad.
God, dude.
Yeah. Were you lying to her? She said she offered to go in and even help you because you were in such agony and you turned her down.
Julie even said that when she dropped you off, you stopped limping for a little bit. It was a little suspicious.
Yeah, I think it was like a tendon or something, and I must have been stepping on it right, and then I stepped on it wrong again. I'm not a doctor.
Obviously. It's very obvious.
I believe it.
Thank God you're not.
So wait, were you injured or were you not injured? Because she thinks that you did that to get out of the date.
No, that'd be pretty pathetic, right?
No judgment from us on the show if you faked it to get out of it. Like, I understand sometimes dates don't go the way you expect, but it'd be nice if you told the truth here. For her sake, because if you really do like her, like you've mentioned a few times, then you might lose her if you've been lying to her this entire time.
Yeah.
Look at you with that sage advice.
Yeah, wow.
I don't know what happened. I blacked out.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you know what? You're absolutely right. I feel awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does your ankle hurts or?
No, okay, here's the deal. I'm not proud of this. I'm a little embarrassed, but yeah, I was faking.
Okay.
You guys were right.
You were faking, but you said you liked her. Why would you fake an injury?
I do like her. She's really cute. She's really sweet. And we had a great time, but like, we were hiking, right? And hiking doesn't cost anything. And she was like, hey, why don't we go out to breakfast? And I am so broke right now.
Oh,
I have no money. And like, I didn't want to be like, oh, sure, can you pay for it?
Okay.
So then the
That
ankle rolled.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying, man. It's hard. It's hard to date, especially when you're broke. It makes sense. But
Yeah.
it's also assuming that she wouldn't like you because you didn't have money.
That's just kind of what we're told, isn't it? That chicks aren't going to dig you if you...
Oh, please.
Hold
I
on.
have dated guys who could only take the bus to my house. I have dated guys that slept on cots.
Okay, but
in
you're
their
not like
brother's
everyone. Let's not
basement.
speak on behalf of all women.
You didn't end up with any of those guys.
Yeah, but they were nice people, and I really enjoyed dating them.
Now they're the punchline of all of your jokes.
I think whether you're a gold digger or not, your first date, you want to set the tone. Whether she cares if you pay for a diner meal or not, he wants to be able to say, first date, I paid.
Yeah.
Well, see, I wasn't even 100% sure if and this is the other reasons I avoided her, is because I wasn't 100% sure I could even pay for a second date. Because here's the deal. 9-to-5 jobs have never worked for me. It's just the way I am. And so, like, I do, like, odd jobs on Craigslist and stuff like that. And it's been so dry lately that I just haven't been getting any work. So I was like, God, I would love to go out with her again, but what if I can't pay for a second dinner or lunch or anything, you know?
It's not like a wait for payday kind of thing.
Do you ever plan on getting a regular job?
I mean, like a regular 9-to-5, like office job, I can't do it. It's awful.
Just any job with a regular paycheck, I think, is
Yeah.
maybe helpful.
Yeah, a lot of hiking.
I'm just that kind of guy, you know. I just need variety. A regular schedule has just never worked for me.
The instability of that, I could not get behind.
I could see why you would
Now we
leave
got
that
Brooke
part
on.
out of the date. But I know you don't like working a job, but I got to tell you, Brett, part of my job here is to tell you that Julia's been on the other line listening and she wants to talk to you.
No. She heard all that?
Yeah, she heard everything.
Yeah.
I think, Julia, you there?
No.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Oh, buddy.
You're fine, bro.
I mean, I've been like wondering if maybe you had a girlfriend or something all week, and maybe that's
No.
why you didn't want to.
It's not a girlfriend. I don't have a job.
Yeah, I heard.
It sounds like you don't want a job.
I don't want like a normal 9 to 5 job.
What if it's a 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. job?
What are you doing on Craigslist?
People help people move and stuff. You see ads for that.
Yeah, help people move. Sometimes, people they need simple stuff. Pick up somebody's groceries for older people or something like that.
Okay. I mean, Julia, you've heard what really happened. How are you feeling at this point?
So lying does not work in my book. Like, if you couldn't pay for the date, I would have paid. That's not a big deal.
Right.
Yeah, but you understand why I did it, right? If we go out to breakfast, I don't want to be the guy that's gonna finish the meal and go, "Oh, hey, can you pay?"
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I know that it can be kind of awkward in that kind of situation, but I just even just the whole faking the leg thing, that was just weird.
So you're okay, Julia, with the no job situation?
I guess, if you're not a 9 to 5 person, I understand that.
I don't know. It sounds to me a little bit like Julia's more disappointed about the job situation than she is about the actual lie.
That is literally the opposite about what she just. It's like you couldn't be more opposite of what she just said.
I think maybe she's trying to make herself look okay in this situation.
She's just telling you the truth. What does she have to lose?
I mean, if a guy said that to me, I'd fake an injury. The real job thing, that he doesn't work.
Yeah.
No.
Then you would fake one.
Yeah.
Julia, you're not lying.
I mean, I'm not lying. Sure, him not having a job is, that's another thing, too. I mean, I'd like to have the person I'm dating have a job. That'd be great. But it's really the lying thing that got me. I mean, I just don't think that's cool.
Okay, if it's really all about the lie, then let's ask Brett. Brett, do you promise going forward not to lie to Julia ever again?
I swear.
You swear?
Absolutely.
No more lies. We have it confirmed. It's on record.
Yeah.
And no more limps, real or fake.
Nothing.
Yes. And with that being said, Brett, we would like to send you and Julia out on one more date, and we will pay for it.
That's okay.
Well,
No, you don't have to do that. Brett, you're cool. It was a great hike, but it's okay. I don't need another date.
Okay.
well,
man.
turned. So this is a lose-lose. He lies, he's not getting a second date. He tells the truth, he's not getting
But his leg's not hurt.
Yeah. That's good for him.
I don't know. I think I just heard his ACL pop out of its socket.
Yeah, the only thing that's hurting right now is my ego. I'm pretty bruised up over here.
Oh, buddy.
Yikes.
You're right. Just remember, honesty, best policy.
Yeah. And Brooke loves dating guys without jobs, apparently. So maybe there's hope.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date, we've got Jocelyn on the phone. And Jocelyn walked out on her date, Grant, halfway through dinner because she's pretty sure she may have seen him possibly buying drugs over by the restaurant bathrooms. And if I've learned anything from the DARE program, it's that drugs are bad?
That DARE program didn't work.
Sorry, I wasn't.
It really
they may have
didn't.
changed it since I was in it for however long ago that was. But anyway, Jocelyn ditched him after that. She hasn't responded to any of his calls or texts yet. Instead, she wants us to reach out to him and figure out what was really happening that night. So, Jocelyn, are you ready to do this?
Yes, I'm ready.
And, he could have been selling drugs, too. Could have been the other way around. Maybe he would have paid for your dinner, Jocelyn. You just didn't get him a chance to do it.
I don't think that's better, just so you know.
Okay. I mean, I think this will be good because you'll be able to hear him talking to us and you'll be able to tell if he's lying or not.
Unless he's on drugs.
Yeah.
It's true.
People on drugs are usually not very smart, Jeffrey.
You would know.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to call Grant here in a second. Are you ready, Jocelyn?
I'm ready. I'm up for hearing him out.
Okay. I'm going to dial the phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Grant, please?
This is Grant.
Took you a while to remember that. Yeah. Hey, this is young Jeffrey from Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Hi. Why are you calling?
We're hoping you could sell us something.
No.
Information.
Yeah, we need to know something.
Yes.
Sure.
Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, Grant. We're doing something called the second date. Have you ever heard about that before?
I mean, yeah, maybe.
That's solid.
Mhm.
We'll take it.
Well,
better than most people.
Just as a reminder, in case you haven't heard it, it's where if you go out with someone and then afterwards you can't get a hold of them, we'll call and try and figure out why.
All right.
This one's kind of different, though.
Yeah. The weird thing is, in this scenario, you are actually reaching out to the person. So it's a little bit backwards.
Okay.
Yeah, the person...
Am I not being clear?
No, the person who ditched you, Grant, contacted us. They haven't been contacting you.
Right.
As you can tell, this is confusing.
Okay.
A little bit.
The whole point is, do you know who we're talking about?
Do we know what
I don't know what I'm talking about.
He's like, am I high?
I think I know what you're talking about. Is it Jocelyn?
Yes!
See?
We did it!
We got there.
You get me, Grant.
I probably would have gotten there a lot quicker if you just said her name at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
You would think.
The thing is, Jocelyn wanted us to reach out to you because we want to know what happened from your perspective on that date.
Yeah, I've been trying to call her to ask her about it, but did she tell you why she left?
She kind of hinted at it, but I think it would really help us if we got your perspective on what happened first.
Okay. She was really nice and like really pretty, and I thought it was going well. Like we talked about travel and runners. We both run. Which, I thought it was going really well. And I came back from the bathroom, and then she was gone.
But she said that you went to the bathroom twice.
Sure.
She mentioned that you did look kind of nervous and sweaty after you would make a trip to the restroom.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
I mean, in her words, you came back and you were a totally different person. After you went to the bathroom, you came back, you were nervous. It was weird.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You try to do something good for someone and it just blows up in your face.
What? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I don't know. I wish I could have talked to her a few days ago. I mean, it didn't have to reach this level. Like, this is a little ridiculous.
Okay, well, look, you don't have to tell us what the situation is. Maybe you wouldn't mind just telling Jocelyn.
That's what I've been trying to do, but she doesn't want to talk to me.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're actually going to have an opportunity to talk to her right now because she's been on the phone listening this whole time.
What? Are you kidding?
No, she's there. Jocelyn?
Grant, this is Jocelyn.
Oh, my God.
Right?
Why haven't you been returning my calls? I've been calling you endlessly.
I thought that something shady was going on.
Oh,
I didn't know what you were doing, and, I have a history with an ex who was into drugs, and I thought maybe something like that was going on, and it just freaked me out.
All right. I mean, if you had answered your phone, I could have explained this. Just like it could have been between us, and there couldn't be, like a radio station involved. Like this.
Wait, was it drugs?
No, it wasn't drugs. Oh my God.
Then what happened?
What was it?
Look, okay, our friend that set us up mentioned that it was your birthday, and I was like talking to the waiter. They were going to come and they were going to give you a cake, and I had to go in the back because they didn't have candles, and so I had to tip him to go get the candles, and they were going to do something nice for your birthday. It was going to be like a whole cake and candles, and they were going to sing, and it was going to be great, and you left.
That's why you were nervous.
You were paying a waiter to give her a birthday cake.
And give her candles for the cake.
No, they didn't have candles. Like, they had to go out and get them. Like the birthday candles, they were out.
I feel awful. I had no idea.
Wait, Jocelyn, do you believe him? Like a baggie of candles?
Who said a baggie was involved?
I don't know. That's just what I visioned.
I do believe him. I feel terrible. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It's because I've been through in the past, I guess. It just triggered something, and I got really scared. I hope you can forgive me.
I don't know. I'm a little frustrated, to be honest.
Dude, I don't blame
you. You have a right to be. I hope maybe you can understand that I really thought there was something shady because I don't know you very well. And that's so sweet that you were trying to do that for me. That was really sweet.
I mean, just like the level of conclusions that you jumped to.
Yeah, why would you jump straight to drugs, Jocelyn?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we didn't at all.
Like I said, I've been through that in the past, and I really thought that that's what was happening.
I still kind of think it was what was happening. I don't know. Am I the only cynic over here? Are you sure, Grant?
I used to be a server. People would have to bring in their own candles and flowers.
Exactly. Like, I probably could have prepared better going into it.
Yeah.
But the restaurant's supposed to have candles. Am I wrong?
Not all of them. It depends.
I guess.
I mean...
All right. What color candles were they?
Brooke!
I just want to make sure he's telling the
Brooke
truth.
does not buy it.
Red.
Reasonable.
So,
That's the color, Brooke?
so Jocelyn, you believe him. You really believe that it was...
I do. I really believe. I'm glad I'm hearing this now. I feel really bad.
All right, well, in that case, if this is really what happened, we would like to send you guys out on a second date. If you'll both agree to go out again, we'll pay for it. We're not going to pay for candles for another cake, but...
Or drugs.
Or drugs.
Yeah.
We're not going to pay for either of those things, but we will pay for a dinner.
I definitely would like to, and I hope you will too, Grant. I hope we can just start this over again.
I don't know. I'll have to think about it. This is kind of a lot right now.
Ooh.
Okay. Wow.
I understand. I hope that you'll decide to go out. I mean, I usually communicate much better than that. I just was really freaked out.
I mean, seriously, Grant, you accuse a guy one time of being a drug dealer, and then suddenly he doesn't want to go out with you again. I don't really get it.
All right, well, whatever you guys decide to do, will you guys keep us updated on if you guys will go out again or not?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated, I guess.
Such enthusiasm.
No, you're very nice. I like you. I'm very sorry. I hope we can get together again.
I don't want you to call the feds if I have to go take a leak. You know what I mean?
That would be amazing.
Ghost number 2, CIA.
All right, Jocelyn. Well, sorry we couldn't get you a second date. And I guess happy birthday?
Yeah. Question mark.
It's crazy to me how many people have actually been ditched in the middle of a date at a restaurant.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God. As a former server, I've seen it, and it's awkward for everyone involved.
Oh.
Even us.
Oh, yeah. Over the years, we've talked with a lot of them. People wondering, what did I do wrong?
Right.
Was it that my hair was messed up? Did my breath stink? Just because I pulled it out doesn't mean they need to run away.
Okay. I don't...
No, Jeffrey.
I don't think you're talking about your spoon, are you?
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Usually when we talk to those people, the person who needs our help is the ditchee.
Yeah.
Not the ditcher.
Of course.
But today, it's a little bit different. That's who's on the phone with us for a second date.
The person that walked out is on the phone.
Mhm.
Wait.
What?
Who?
Her name is Jocelyn, and Jocelyn, you're basically admitting that you're a total backstabbing ditch.
Well, I'm not admitting that. I'm admitting that I ditched someone, but I'll tell you why.
Yeah, you got a hard hill to climb up right now,
Okay.
Jocelyn. I'm going to tell you that there's a lot of people who are already judging.
Yeah, so tell us the name of the guy you were being a ditch to.
Stop calling her that.
She was a ditch.
I know she was a ditcher, but don't say it.
Who
okay?
did you leave at the restaurant, Jocelyn?
Well, the guy's name is Grant, and I met him through a friend of a friend.
Oh,
Okay.
retro.
Yeah.
Retro.
I mean, but that's even worse because that gets dicey, right? Friend of a friend. So if you ditch someone on a date and they're a friend of a friend, did you also ruin friendships? Like, there's a lot on the line for you right now, Jocelyn.
Well, it hasn't gone that far yet. This only happened a couple days ago, so we'll see.
All right, so tell us about your date. What happened?
Well, when we met, we were writing back and forth, and then he asked me to dinner.
Okay.
And I really didn't know him very well. I just thought, he's kind of pre-screened because we know people in common. And,
right.
And we were having a good time. Like, I didn't know whether we would have anything to talk about, but it turns out that we're both runners and,
Yeah, you ran right out of that restaurant.
That's what it is. She was proving into how fast she was.
Sorry, I got to hit
That's
my
cute.
step limit.
Yeah.
So sorry, keep going. What else happened?
Okay, well, yeah, we bonded over that and how much we like it.
Yeah.
And so then Grant said that he has to use the bathroom.
Okay, and up until this point, you're thinking, oh, wow, this is going great.
Yes, but let me tell you what happened when he said he had to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
It was weird because from where I was sitting, I could see him talking to someone in the doorway of the bathroom, but I couldn't see who it was that he was talking to.
Okay, so he's talking to another person over by the bathroom.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because I didn't think we knew anybody there. But anyway, then when he came back to the table, he was different. He was like all sweaty and nervous. And I tried to start up the conversation again, but he was so distracted, and then he had to go use the bathroom again.
Okay.
That was like a drug deal?
I mean, my first thought is actually he has like some sort of bowel issue, but
Yeah, or food poisoning something.
No, you were right when you said the drug deal, I think, because then he was talking to another person again. I mean, they passed something back and forth to each other, and I thought, forget this. Is he using our date to cover up a drug deal?
Oh my God.
I was kidding. That's terrible.
You're being serious?
You see why I walked out? Because I've had issues in the past with my ex was a drug addict. I don't need to get involved with any of that.
So wait, he's at the bathroom and you see him pass something to somebody else, and that's when you're just like, screw it, and left?
Right. It just gave me a really bad feeling. I don't want any part of that. And I just thought, that's just not normal. And I just went outside and ducked into a nearby store.
You know,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know much about how drug deals work, but I do know a lot about what happens inside restaurant bathrooms. So this checks out. This definitely checks out, Jocelyn. I think for sure he was doing drugs.
Don't ask him.
Either doing it or selling it or whatever. And I saw him out there looking for me. And I just stayed hidden until I saw him leave. And, he's been texting me a lot. Am I okay? And what happened? And honestly, I don't know what to tell him.
Well, I mean, we're all assuming it's a drug deal, but I don't know, maybe his special seasoning that he wanted to put on his...
Yo, you got that, Mrs. Dash? Let's go. We gotta hurry. I want to
saying,
date.
there could be another plausible thing. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's what I thought too, that there could be some other explanation. It's just, if you guys could have seen what I saw, when he came back, he was like a different person. He was like shaky and sweating, and it was really weird.
See, that's what's weird.
Well, he may have just been nervous for being on a great date with you.
But how are you not nervous off the get-go? You
Right.
get more nervous through the date? It's normally opposite.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a lot of signs that are pointing against him right now.
Yes.
Are you wanting to hear him out? Are you wanting to accuse him? What is our plan of attack here?
Hey, crackhead!
Well, I really want you guys to help me figure out what to do. Like, should I hear him out? Should I never talk to him again? Should I ask him straight up, what happened? Why were you acting like that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we're going to have to talk to him again if we want to continue with this second date. So
Yeah.
if it's not the drug deal, would you consider giving him another shot?
I think I might, but I don't know what explanation it's going to be. I mean, you never know, so I'm open to the possibility.
All right. Well,
Okay.
we're going to play a song, give this guy a call, and then get your second date, okay?
Thanks, you guys.
All right. Hold on.